Here.
Mari Caballero,
Here.
Oralia Rodriguez, Alan Williams,
Here.
Mario Guajardo, Eduardo Mata,
Here.
Mario Liscano, Efraín Matamoros,
Here.
Ana Chavez.
Here.
Make a motion to excuse the absences?
I second the motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Motion carried. Moving on to administrative approval of minutes of October 10th, 2018 regular call meeting. So I have a motion.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So carried. Okay, going on to item B, status report, recreation, aquatic, athletic, and after-school program.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
How you doing, boss?
So we just finished with volleyball in November 17th, and we had a total of 35 teams and over 300 girls registered in that volleyball league. And then also on the flag football, that one ended in November 12th, and we had 20 teams and approximately like 200 kids that registered for that. Right now we just headed into the basketball, and the girls basketball, it began, and we have 28 teams and approximately over 200 girls in that league. And then we're also almost done with the tackle football. We had the Super Bowl last December 7th, and in that one we had 18 teams and approximately 350 kids that were registered. We're also doing a first, you would call a first ever annual, whatever you call it, Pro Bowl. This one will be December 19th. This will be broken down between like an AFC, NFC division, two divisions, and which will include participants from Pharr, San Juan, Alamo, Valley View, and McAllen. And we're currently started registration for boys basketball.
Are y'all gonna choose referees from different or cities, or are we gonna be,
For the Super Bowl?
yes, or for the Pro Bowl? Or-
No, the Super Bowl, I'm sorry,
Okay.
for the Pro Bowl, the Pharr Pro Bowl. No, it's the same referees.
Okay.
Usually those are the ones that ref all the San
Okay.
Juan leagues, the
Okay.
Pharr leagues and everything.
And how many teams are we gonna have for Pharr itself? Just one?
So it's a fourth and fifth,
Okay.
an AFC and an NFC division. And then we have a sixth grade AFC and NFC division also. So the little ones will go first at 6:30, and then at 7:30, the older
Okay.
division will go
And this will take place
at the stadium.
at the stadium.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting. It's gonna be the first year.
Yeah.
That we do this.
Very cool.
Appreciate it. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Good evening, Isaac Escobedo, Parks and Recreation Division Head. So we just wrapped up the fall recreation programs, and we had the fall recital on November 28th. And we just would like to thank Mrs. Caballero. Thank you for helping us out there, being the master of ceremonies. Everything went well. The kids did great. Everything just went real smooth. It was held at PSJ Southwest Auditorium. So, PSJ always provides really, really good facilities to us with no hassle and everything, so we're really appreciative of that. One new program that we've actually implemented is a pickleball program. That's being held at the Development and Research Center in South Pharr. What pickleball is in my opinion, it's kind of like, tennis and ping pong, but, I guess you use yourself and stuff. It's, right now it's kind of really for the older crowd, but what we want to try to do is, get the youth more involved and more familiar with this sport. So on Fridays we have this beginners class from 6 to 8 p.m. there at the DRC, and we kind of have like free play on Saturdays and Sundays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And it's just $1 donation, and you get in. They have their system where they just play kind of matches against each other. So that's been going really well. It's one of our newer programs that we've done. And just to touch base on the after-school program, we're now registering for the spring, and we have about 200 participants already registered for the spring. So that's going really well too.
That open on Fridays and or Saturdays and Sundays from 6 to 8, that's for everyone?
I'm sorry, yes, on the beginners class is 6 to 8 on Fridays only.
Fridays only.
Fridays only right
And then the competition's on Saturdays?
now. Saturdays and Sundays, yes.
Saturdays and Sundays. At what time?
1 to 4.
And you said with the little dollar donation, they can come in and
Yes.
play like a tourney kind of thing?
Yes, yeah, they have like a system where 2 new opponents get on a court, winner stays on this court. We have 3 courts out there right now at the Development and Research Center.
I've never heard of this.
Never heard of it
Pickleball?
either. Is it like a badminton, tennis kind of deal?
Yes, yeah, it's very, very similar to that. They use a
Court deal?
little ball and a small paddle, and the net's about, this high in the center.
Very
It's-
cool.
I've tried it, and it's really, you get into it. It's really interesting. I'll probably go out there to the free play one day, try it out. But
I gotta go see it
yeah,
myself.
I'm more than welcome. I mean, we want you all to check it out yourselves. So we'll probably right now we're trying to promote that to different areas, different cities. Other cities have like a good pickleball, participation base, like Mission and other cities. So they all kind of follow each other and support each other's cities and stuff. So right now, Pharr is, I guess, the new pickleball facility area. So the participation's been real great there.
Does Mission have like a regulation-sized pickleball court, or do they improvise on tennis courts or?
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with Mission's court,
Okay.
but I know we went off, the official regulation size of it.
Okay,
So I'm more than sure they probably did as well.
and we're doing that, or y'all are doing that indoors at the
Yes,
Research and Development?
yes,
Okay, yeah.
yes. It's in the exhibit
Very
hall there at the DRC.
Cool.
It's really interesting. But you all should definitely check it out. Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4, they'll be out there playing.
Maybe Parks and Rec should challenge PD.
Here we go.
Definitely.
I'll practice.
Any
I'll
other
keep
questions?
score.
Sorry, any other questions?
I'm sorry. You really got us into this.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right,
Thank
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Isaac.
Aquatics.
For the record, Sergio Alanis, Parks and Rec Director. I'm just gonna touch base on some of the, I guess, overall stuff that we're doing with the parks construction and all that. As far as aquatics, we are making a couple of improvements there at the water park. We got somebody out there right now actually adding some more canopies. I know the park probably was a little bit deficient in shade. Probably one of the major comments that we would get, not enough shaded areas to sit at. So we're working on that right now. So they're actually installing quite a few canopies just to add a little bit more square footage of shade, which will be ready in the summer. So we're gonna do some painting and a little bit patch up with a cool deck and stuff. So just a little minor improvements at the water park, but everything's going pretty smooth. We got the lap swimming every single day, and that's pretty much all we have right now. We have our Zumba, our aqua aerobics during the week in the evenings. So
Are they still at 6 o'clock or something like that?
yes. Right now it kind of starts to, I guess, to dwindle down a little bit because of the weather, but we still got very dedicated people that show up. Yeah, so we have it. We haven't discontinued anything. So whoever wants to come register is welcome to, and it's year round. So we're already kind of getting ready preparations for summer. It's a little bit early, but we already start getting stuff ready in order. Chairs, vests, stuff like that. CPR training for staff, recurring training. So we'll be ready for once May comes around. We'll start hiring everybody. As far as we got some pictures here that are scrolling across the screen. We are under a lot of construction right now still. Our parks, we have a new, I guess maybe an updated timeline for our parks, our city school parks, Dr. Long, Arnold, the nature park. Those are probably anticipated to be completed in April, March or April, from what the city engineer had mentioned. Those are the city school parks and the nature park. The skate park did start. I don't know how many, maybe 2-3 meetings ago. So you guys will be happy to know that the skate park, we did our final walkthrough Monday, so they're done. The skate park is done. The only thing pending there, we had to wait for the contractor to get out of there so we can install an irrigation system, plant some grass, a couple of trees, just your minor site furniture, benches, trash cans. So we asked that the community just give us a couple more days. We had some kids out there yesterday. We had some kids out there the day before. It looks done, so but we have it fenced up. We have PD's been helping us out with kind of policing it. And we just asked them just to be a little bit more patient, a couple more days, probably by the midweek next week, maybe by the end of the week, we should have all the grass in, the sprinklers and stuff, and we'll have that park open. But skate park was about 10 weeks construction, finished on time, finished within budget, no change orders, so very smooth project.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So we're real happy with how it turned out. And I don't know if you guys have any questions for the skate park.
Just one quick one was the lighting. How much lighting are we gonna get in there?
We have really good lighting right now, actually. That's why the kids were there,
Get in there, yeah.
because it's very, very well lit, actually. And we'll probably get with AEP to see if we can possibly get another fixture on one of the AEP poles so we can face it towards the park. But as is the way it is right now,
It's
it's
good.
plenty of lighting. But we can always use more. But I think everybody's just anxious to get in there already, and yeah, it's gonna be used in the mornings, I'm sure, in the daytime, in the evenings, and up until whatever hours at night. So once the park does open, we will be removing the entire perimeter fencing. I don't want to have anything fenced up. It's just like any other park space that we do have, like the small little skate plaza we do have at the Civic Center. It's just open to the public, so that's kind of what we're gonna do at the Victor Garcia.
And
So this
Victor
is
Garcia,
a-
we're gonna have a timeline as far as evening,
I'm sorry?
after hours until 11?
Yeah, those are the hours that we encourage, I guess, for park hours, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. After that, I know PD can't really, run off some of the older kids, right? But for the younger ones that do have a curfew, it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. But people play basketball at some of our parks till late hours, and they all stay well lit, throughout the night. So all on timers. We really don't need here. I'll scroll through. I don't know why it just rolls. These are some of the shots of the skate park that I showed you guys a couple months back, but we don't even need these anymore. It's already built. It looks exactly like
Yeah,
that. And with the exception of us needing to put the grass in, but the slopes, the grading and all that turned out really, really nice. So we just need a couple more, maybe a week and a half, to get the system in and the grass in, and some signage up, and it's ready. So like I said, very, very smooth project for us. 10 weeks, I think they may have taken, and no change orders, and everything came in within budget. So we're really happy with the turnout, how it turned out. I don't know if you guys have any questions over the skate park, but yeah, those were the renderings for what it proposed, right? The conceptuals, and you go out there right now, looks just like that. So it's pretty awesome.
So just as a forward note, I guess, lessons learned on why that project, obviously it's a little bit smaller than our other city school parks and the nature parks, but whatever communication components made it on time and under budget with no change orders, we need to try to make sure if we do another project that we
Yeah,
By the same
the city engineer and I, Omar
logistics.
Atzaldua, it was a design build. So it was done with Spa Skate Parks and New Line. They're out of Austin. And it was just a lot of phone calls, a lot of those online, the meetings were phone conferences. We cranked out the ideas. So really, really good team to work with over there in Austin. And it was just basically within, myself, the engineer, and them. We got this cranked out, and like I said, it's a design build, so they designed it and they built it, so they're the ones who take care of all these subs and all that stuff. So it went really, really well. No news was good news throughout the
Yeah, right,
construction.
that's
and
for sure.
and we didn't get any phone calls. So they worked through all kinds of weather that we had, and really pleased with the turnout. So very good experience. Some of the other pictures here, I can't get it to stop, I apologize, but it's a rendering of the Pepe Salinas Civic Center. That one, timelines are still intact. I think it was April 19th was the target date for completion for that one phase of the Civic Center, which is the building that's there now. And the second part, which is the Parks and Rec offices for staff, that one was a little bit, I think maybe 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks after, in May, yeah, towards the end of May, would be the other standalone building. So if you guys drive by the Civic Center, a lot of activity going on right now. They ripping out, a lot of asphalt. They did a lot of, they roughed in a lot of the plumbing inside, studs. So it's going.
Yeah.
It's going. So I'm sure they'll be anxious to get that one opened up too. So.
Were y'all able to transplant any of the oak trees at Pepe?
Yes, we.
Cool.
There was 3 of them. They're on the south, I guess, east of the building.
Right.
Southeast.
And the contractor was kind enough to move them for us. We've been watering them, so
Okay.
transplanting trees that big might be 50,
That's tough,
might be
yeah.
50-50,
50-50,
but
yeah.
hopefully they'll. And we put them right there where the skate park, the little skate park is at. We added some trees there, so it looks better. But hopefully these trees,
We'll take.
yeah, they'll take and survive.
Well, good.
Any questions on the Civic Center y'all might have? And I guess one of the last projects that you guys may have noticed right outside City Hall, we broke ground this past week. It's like the North Park Plaza, downtown Park Plaza. That's kind of like phase 1. Phase 2 would be the south side. So the first part, this is phase 2 right here. That's the north side. So the north side, you got your green space, your water feature, some seating areas, walking space, and the south side we have we're gonna have the amphitheater, food truck areas, all the things that we mentioned a couple months back. So those projects are breaking ground already. The other one probably next month, the south side, and I think they anticipate 4 months for the north side and maybe 6 months for the south side. So all these things will hopefully be on time and within budget as well, right? So another one of the cool things that, let me see if we get to this slide here. You'll see some like some trusses across Cage Boulevard. It's one of the things that, this is one of the slides right here. You can see it's like a steel structure that runs from east to west on Cage. Yeah, this is something that, obviously it's gotta be high enough for traffic. We gotta get it cleared through textile, but this is a kind of a addition to the downtown park project. We'll be able to string Christmas lights on here, have LEDs changing color, stuff like that. So it just kind of gives you traffic will slow down naturally because of it feels like a little bit more enclosed, but just one of these, cool features that we'll have downtown, along with the park. So once the park is downtown is so used for all the special events, all the community events that we have, HubFest, the Christmas Posada, the Veterans Day Parade, our 5K runs through here, the route. So it's just gonna be a really cool space once it's all done and complete. And this is just one of the nice features that we'll have there as well. So and this is just conceptual, really. Welcome to Pharr, and it's got that old Texan guy silhouette on top. But yeah, we'll decorate this. I'll have to buy a lot more decorations for Christmas, lights, wreaths, and stuff like that. But once it's up, it's gonna look really slick. So I don't know if you guys have any questions on any of this stuff. I try to answer.
Now, you said 6 months was for the south side, right?
Approximately.
Okay, that'll be in conjunction with the north side, or is it one
The north
one
side
phase
already.
at a time?
Yeah, the north side got started. So I guess 4 months from now. Next month they'll probably start breaking ground and doing demo on the south side. So it'll just probably roll in. So, we're hoping maybe in around 7 months both sides will be
And the
But
reason
I
why I'm
could-
asking is because some people are asking about how, you know, how
I-
long,
yeah,
what's the delay?
I could see the north side getting done a little bit quicker. It's a little bit smaller. Well, it's smaller, and it's the south side has the bigger features, right? Your amphitheater that's gonna be there, so it's a little bit more infrastructure on the south side. But you know, a lot of green space. The architect was talking about, you know, having the permeable surface where a lot of the water is gonna get soaked in there. So it'll help out with a lot of the drain, you know, the water drainage there downtown. So, but yeah, no, that's downtown will be a little bit cluttered for a little bit for a few months, but it'll be well worth it once they're all done.
Sergio, on the overall, just the tree protection on work areas
Everything's staying-
around?
Yeah, everything's staying. Whatever trees we have outside City Hall that you see, live oaks.
But as far as the actual protection, identification to help give the construction crew a visual barrier to not intrude upon, is that going to be enforced? I know I was at the nature park today and took pictures over by the restroom, and there was supposed to be a protected area in there, and they had
I saw the
demolished
pictures,
all
yeah.
or not all, but a lot of the plants, the native habitat that I was told was going to be protected, and the city was told it was going to be protected.
Yeah, no, I know the architect. It's high on his priority list to keep the trees that we have here downtown. So.
Well, but that's what I don't understand. If it's high on their priority, why don't they make sure that they have some type of fencing or barrier
Yeah.
up to?
Yeah.
I mean, what do we do to make sure that they follow through with those procedures if
Right.
it's identified
Yeah,
on
no,
the
we
contract?
can. I know they've already demolished a lot of the asphalt on the north side, and you can see where the root systems are for the trees. So they're kind of going around them, but yeah, I mean, we can definitely mention it to our engineer to make sure that we be a little bit more preventative, right?
Yeah,
Maintenance
exactly.
On these,
Yeah,
these
if you would, I mean,
larger trees. Yeah, they didn't tell us any of them are getting ripped out here downtown. So
Okay.
everything the design is going around what's existing. So I can see the live oaks being.
well, I know, but
okay.
that's what I'm saying. That we were told the
with the
design was
nature
going
park.
around the trees at the nature park, and now
Right.
those
Are gone.
are gone.
Right.
So, because they didn't have any fencing or protection up around them.
Right.
So, right, thank you.
Any other questions?
Just a lot of construction on our end with these parks and the skate park and downtown park, and I know Jones Box Park is also going through another construction phase, and that one's getting wrapped up as well with the engineer. So we're expanding the walking trail. That's where we're adding, you know, the amphitheater and stuff on the.
Did they ever fix
west
that
side.
surface on the
Yes.
basketball?
Yeah.
court?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
And then what about the walking trail on the low side, on that would be the southwest radius that was underwater when it
They
flooded?
were, I believe the engineer had said that they were gonna address it with I guess our city engineer was gonna address it with the engineer, right? The ones who designed the trail.
Okay,
I do know that there was some low spots and some of the asphalt was cracking, so, they brought it up to their attention, yeah.
so is it still in litigation, or?
Yeah, I think they're still, we're not off the hook yet with that one. We still
Okay.
have to address it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, programs are doing well. We want to invite everybody to the. I know it's a few months away, but we're having our 5K, and this year we'd like to get the schools a little bit more involved from all over. So maybe we'll come up with an incentive for the students, right? School with the most kids or something that registers. But the preparations start now for our 5K. So our St. Patrick's Day 5K in March. I'm not too sure on the date. I think it's you know what date? 16th? Yeah, I think it's on the March 16th, that Saturday. So,
Well, y'all had a record breaker
Yes.
this
For
year,
this year.
right? Record breaker in attendance.
yeah, yes, it was the biggest, I guess, 5K,
So
the
far?
most registration. We it's a good problem, but nonetheless, it's a problem. You don't want to run out of medals and bibs and stuff like that, but we did, and we apologize. But this year, we'll make sure that we have plenty for last-minute walk-ins.
It's a good day, a lot
Yeah,
of people.
really good weather,
Saw a lot
so.
of the city departments out there challenging each other.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice to see.
Yeah.
Y'all did a great job.
And like Isaac mentioned, the after-school program is doing really well. Also, semester's already wrapping up with the kids, and we have open registration right now for next semester for the spring, and I think we're at around 200 kids. So already we're really good numbers. It's a really good first semester and first year for the after-school programs. And again, same thing with those. No news is good news, and I've been to some of the schools and sites, and it's good. It's a good thing for the kids. They do a little bit of homework. They play some board games. They do some physical activity, dodgeball and stuff like that, basketball. And by the time you know it, the day's over, right? 6 o'clock, so they get picked up. But so far, so good with the after-school program as well.
Do these children get picked up by their parents?
Yes.
do they
Yeah,
get
we
bussed?
have a, I guess like a database, a list of who's authorized to
Pick them up?
scoop them up, yeah, and who we're allowed to release them to. So when they come and ask for them, we have whoever's allowed to take them, right? So, yeah.
Well, I want to just make an additional comment. I'm real pleased to see the relationship that we have with our district, because if it wasn't for that relationship, we couldn't be offering these programs.
Oh, definitely.
And
Yeah.
just seeing, my eyes only, the Southwest Auditorium and the ability to use it for their fall recital. And I mean, it's an amazing center, auditorium. And then to be able to use it, it's quite a luxury. And for these young students to be out there on stage, it's big, it's huge for them. I mean, it so empowers them. So again, I just want to recognize that without the district's partnership with this, I know that
Yeah.
our instructors, our instructors are everything also, but I'm so glad that we have that relationship. So
Yeah, without the school district, we can't host football games, basketball games, soccer games, flag football, pretty much everything in our
Pro Bowl that's coming
our
up
arts.
at the
Yeah, they
stadium.
allow us to use the stadium, which is really cool for
That's
the
huge.
kids. I mean, they're amazed with the size, right? Because they're little bitty, but yeah, they pretty much never say no to us to use their facilities. The auditoriums in the summer for the plays,
Yeah.
Southwest for our recital, and hopefully we'll have our civic center complete, and the stage is going to be a lot bigger and better sound and lighting and stuff. So we'll be able to host our own smaller plays there and stuff like that. But definitely, school district is a tremendous help asset with us.
Any other questions for Sergio? Comments? All right. Thank you, Sergio.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, brother.
Sure.
We appreciate you guys doing a good job. Keep up the good work. Last item here, item D, is any board comment?
That's a new item for us.
I just wanted to take a moment to just remind all to keep our board member Oralia Rodriguez in prayer.
Any other comments?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Remember to smile.
Okay, with that said, I'd like a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. Have a good evening. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas. Okay, so,